Welcome, Spikelings, to the Shark Typhoon.
Yeah, Rumble plus Woodland is usually pretty keepable. I'm gonna go ahead and imprint this turn 1 in case they Thoughtseize me and they can't. I guess this is more like it's Grief Scam, because if they Grief Scam, they would take these two. When will Arena have all of Modern? Probably never at this point. Guess we're gonna go ahead and ramp. Yeah, they can't even get Pioneer, you know what I mean? But come play Magic Online. Magic Online's here. Why be loyal to Arena? Just because you spent 8 years, 6 years getting all the cards on Arena because they told you Pioneer would be on it and they told you Modern might be on it one day. That's enough for you to invest in Arena? Why? Come play Magic Online. Is Nantuko going to be worth experimenting with something like Risen Reef as replacement? Kind of. I mean, we played Nantuko yesterday, like this green-white Birthing Ritual deck, and it was awesome in that shell. So yeah, something like that. Unfortunately, I know all too well that Karn is just so lights out against these kind of decks. Usually, I'm on the other side of it. I think I'm just getting Coating. Let's not think about it too long to have some mercy on them. Yeah, Timeless is fun. I enjoyed my time with Timeless. But, thoughts of banning Court of Calling. It's silly, ban Nadu. Nadu cannot exist not only for win rate, but Nadu cannot exist also for tournament play patterns. It is, and this is again much more true in paper than Magic Online, but it breaks tournament Magic to a similar degree of like Karn Clan Ironworks, Second Sunrise, and if these cards are part of your banlist philosophy, you also have to have Nadu as part of your banlist philosophy. Okay, I think I'm going to go Ring instead of Cityscape Level. I mean, Cityscape Level is also very good here. Yeah, I like Sensei's Dividing Top. It kind of not in the same way as Sensei's Dividing Top, but there are just mini bans in place, or several bans, Sensei's Dividing Top, Second Sunrise, Karn Clan Ironworks, that are not banned just for their tournament win percentage, but also because they make logistical paper tournaments. I think a lot of people also don't realize this about Yorion, but Yorion is also banned because it makes tournament Magic much worse. Is a big part of it. I'll take a 6 over a Labyrinth. But let's, well... Okay, I turn my land into a Cityscape Leveler. So are we on Dodge Otawara mode? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm not that scared of Otawara. Maybe I should be. They have to have land Otawara. Was Yorion axed because of the card itself or the archetype? So Yorion had a high play win rate. I think people generally didn't enjoy playing against like the 4-color Yorion deck in Modern. But it was for me, I don't think they actually said this, but for me, I was very happy Yorion was banned, because as someone who has shaky hands and who has dexterity issues shuffling cards, I know people always meme about the shuffle 80 card stuff. I unironically had a big issue playing Yorion decks, and it was difficult for me. There was at least one tournament where I like just chose not to ever play Yorion again because of those issues. Yeah, I know the dexterity issues with it is kind of a meme, but it was definitely something that I experienced. Interesting draw. I think I can turn 2 ring even if I find enough rumbling, because I can go. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, nice. Yeah, and you have to shuffle your opponent's decks. And it's like, a lot of people like to make the comparison of like, oh, we shuffle an EDH, but it's like with Yorion, you always play a million fetch lands, so you're shuffling like every single turn, and you have more time to shuffle in a 4-player game, because it has to go all around the table, and there's also no tournament match clock. Like, tournament magic got a lot better with the Yorion ban, although I don't necessarily think they 100% were like super thinking about that. They might have been, though. For online games, do you think control is generally better when you can go Yorion to keep it to some cards? Yorion, for the most part. It's a little bit nuanced. Like, if the metagame is, like, way more combo focused, it's usually not better to be 60 cards, but if it's, like, grindier, it's usually better to be Yorion. Okay, so it's a bit awkward that I can't. If I don't find a Karn or a ring off this Rumble, then I don't get to cast my 6. So let's cast the 6 there instead. And then we just get to have 8 looks next turn at a ring or Karn. Hopefully Karn, right, against the time sip deck. I think Rin 6 was a prime offender of Yorion, probably no complaints direction to it. Yeah, I agree, but I don't know. I have shaky hands. I have dysgraphia. I get hand cramps really easily. I probably knock my deck on the table once a tournament. And Yorion made this issue like significantly worse for me. Yeah, there's a card. So maybe they have a Metallic Rebuke. Be okay, I guess. Can I pay? 1 mana short of paying. How do you shuffle commander decks? Slowly. Not that I play a lot of commander these days, right? Sorry, I should have played Woodland. But it's like, it's just different, right? Like in Commander, I like take it half. I shuffle 2 different piles, like 2 50-card piles, and then like mush them together. And because Commander games are 4 players, you just have plenty of time to shuffle. I can start woodlanding Breaker. Territory color in the place of Wumpus and mono green. I'll read territory color, I guess. Five mana, 7/5. Ooh, nice consign. Very tough for them to beat me just casting a card every turn with 6. Take this to play around Nihil Spellbomb. 7 mana, 5 mana, 7/5. Devoid Reach Landfall. Whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, look at the top card of your library. If it's a creature card, put it in your hand. If you don't, you may put it into your graveyard. The card could end up playing better than it looks, but like a big part of me playing Wumpus in the deck is that it's 4 mana instead of 5, like Reality Smasher. But I don't hate this card. Could be worth trying. All right, do you have a 3rd counterspell for Karn? If you do, I can cast Karn again this turn. This is so sad. Let's mulligan that hand. This hand needs a land or Flare of Cultivation to cast a 6 on turn 2. Let's go to 5. Hit deck mulligans to 5 decently. Alright, keep this on 5. I built a version of Nihil Spellbomb Revenge to cast Eldrazi. Use Ugin's Labyrinth. I haven't tested. Looks like it should ramp. Sounds like it should ramp, yeah. I agree. Breaker of Creation and a food deck can be kind of cool too. Oh no, wait, we already played against Nadu once today, opponent. We did our mandatory 1 Nadu. You better be on something else. We already paid our Nadu tax. Cast Rosie. Cast Scurry Oak. Basking Broodscale. Heliod. Teferi. If you cast that for free, could you have played Ring this turn? No, Flare of Cultivation puts the land into play tapped. But if it wasn't my opening hand... Oh, they're on 65 cards? That's less Nadus. I'm not really expecting to get Leyline Binding, but we might get Leyline Binding too. Okay, fair enough. I've not been binding very often lately. But I'll take no Nadu. Or Nadu with 4 bindings. Wouldn't it be ideal, I guess. Okay, looking for Rumbling, Karn, Ring, 6. Rumbling would be really nice with these double woodlands. Okay, just 4-color Omnath. Thank you, opponent. Rumbling into Delirium plus an Eldrazi would be really ideal. Maybe a little bit wish listy. We'll play it out, but not looking too good. I guess I can play my Forest this turn. 4-color Omnath with Nadus. Yeah, I mean, I feel like Nadu isn't very good in the 4-color Omnath deck, but... Yeah, I think... I saw this list. Deck Maiden has this kind of interesting... Locket of Yesterday's Glaring Fleshraker combo deck. You like, I feel like it's playing too many Conjurer's Baubles, because I feel like you only need 2 to like infinite loop them at the end. And then the idea, I guess, is that you can like retrace things using Dakmor Salvage, and then dredge them to go infinite. It's a cool list. It's a little too fragile, maybe not. Okay, so if I don't take Breaker, I have Sorcery, Land, Creature, which is missing a type. So not quite lucky enough. I think I will put it in the yard still. I think Dak also knows someone read it. Yeah, I remember someone mentioning this before. It's very cool. It's very cool. There's a good chance you could try to be an Ugin's Labyrinth deck, and maybe that's not feasible. Probably not that feasible. I do like Fleshraker a lot. I think there is something there. I don't think I saw this one. Gift a card. You may promise an opponent a gift as you cast a spell. If you do, they draw a card before its other effects. Destroy target artifact or enchantment if the gift was promised. Instead, destroy 2 artifacts or enchantments. Funny card. How about some bubbles? I had bubbles in the past. They made you like, the thing is, the deck really needs to be able to mulligan well. And just not knowing what you're mulliganing for is pretty tough. Certainly don't hate the suggestion. Maybe we should kill the 6, actually. But also, they binding the ring. It's kind of okay, because I still have the leveler, maybe. The Prowess Otter. Wait, there's another Prowess Otter? Or are we talking about the Planeswalker? Like, the new deck? Thorn Vault Forager. Tap for a green, forage. So either exile 3 cards from a graveyard or sacrifice a food. Make 2 mana. Search your library for a squirrel, put it into your hand, and shuffle. Well, it's no Fanatic of Rodus, but cool card. New Ral deck that I always get the 2. Is it Thieves? Thief Planeswalkers confused. Or I guess Ral wasn't it? Is Ral not a thief but used to be bad and now is good or something like that? I always get them a little mixed up. Storm Catchment Door. Okay, so this is another Prowess Otter. Two mana Haste Prowess. Instants and sorceries cost 1 less to cast. Definitely a different kind of Prowess card, right? Not too excited about that one, but pretty cool. This card would have been crazy 5 years ago. Let's go to game 2. Pond Prophet is another good creature for Flare Denial. When does Bloomburrow come out? Because I really want to start casting some Flare Denials. Oh, Threshold is coming back. This one, 3 mana, 3/3 rat, wizard, ETB 7 or more cards in graveyard, bounce to online permanent. A month away. Yikes. I won't complain though. I want to cast some Force Negation, Force Flare of Denials. Am I ready to offer 100 subs? I'm ready. We still have over a week though. Okay, let's keep. I've not seen Parting Gust, no. Wait, they spoiled so many. These were all today? Wow. Oh, what are these? Okay, tap for a colorless. Add blue mana, only spin creature spell. Okay, I've been building mono blue Eldrazi and kind of wanting a playable land like this, but I guess this is worse than Revealette. Surveil 2, only if you control. Only if one of these entered? Ugh. Okay, none of these look that good. Right on time, Grazer. Blue-white flicker, gift a 1/1 to exile permanently instead. That card might be good. Let me see if I can find it. Alright, best draw is Ugin's Lab by a million years. Let's go, baby! Everybody's favorite card in Modern, the One Ring. What if we restricted the One Ring? Because it says 1 in the name. Wow. What if? Wow. Yeah, let me find this card. I can't find it. Maybe I'm on the wrong. Maybe Magic Spoiler has it. You get it because it's like the One Ring. What if you could only play 1? Ah. Right, let's see if this resolves. Yeah, I think one big issue is like Jeskai probably just needs to play Leyline Binding. Okay, Parting Gust. Gift a tapped fish. I love that line of text. Exile target non-token creature. If the gift wasn't promised, return that creature to the battlefield under its control with a counter. So it's both a flicker spell and a removal spell that gives them a fish. The card seems okay. I kind of like it. Kind of fringe, probably. Yeah, we saw Liliana the squirrel. Very cute. I feel like she should have been a cat, whatever. I'll be sending Wizards a very strongly worded letter demanding that they change Liliana to a cat. Simon made a tweet about the text line. No, me saying that the ring should be restricted to modern is a super original and untired take. That is mine and mine alone. Okay, so I have 8 mana, but only if I imprint the Labyrinth, so I can't Breaker this turn. I do think I want to try to cast a Breaker this game. So we'll just see if this Karn gets countered again. Be okay if it does. A lot of options here. Winter Moon looking a little bit worse than it usually would, I guess. I think I'm just going to grab Flute. My opponent has a lot of top decks that they could play here that are bad into the Flute. Maybe I should just grab Sundering Titan too. Karn down. Will we be able to recover? Will I cast this Disruptor Flute? Ruthless Negotiation. I don't think I've read that one yet. Well, I don't think I'm going to name their One Ring. Opponent exiles a card from their hand. If the spell is cast from a graveyard, draw a card. Flashback for 5. Kind of underwhelming, I guess. But cool. Yeah, bad against Sinu. Breaker of Creation, unstoppable. Game 3. Is Thorn Swarm Forager good tech for creature combo decks? Is that the new Falahi Archaeologist? I like the new Falahi Archaeologist. That doesn't seem to be the name of the card. If it was spoiled today, I need the text on the card, or at least a vague description. Especially with all these cards sounding so similar to Dread, Dreamdew Entrancer. 3/4 reach, enters, tap up to 1 creature, and put 3 stun counters on it. If you control that creature, draw 2. Fun and limited. Oh, I mean, this card just seems so much worse than Fanatic of Ronus, which is a pretty underplayed card, but I don't know. It's not bad. Definitely not bad. It's a 2-mana, 2-2 that hold on. In this matchup, I'll keep 2-mana 2/2 that taps for a green. You can forage, which is sacking a food or exiling 3 cards from your graveyard to add 2 mana instead, and then you can for 4 mana tap it. Search your library for a squirrel, put it into your hand, and then shuffle. Do you think Power Balance would be fun with also Counterbalance? I do think it would be fun. I still need to play. I still have not cast Brain Search one time, but in that bad taking turns Sapphire Medallion deck. Could be good in a Night of Sweet's Revenge deck. Yeah, I mean, maybe. You could maybe reach for this card sometime, but it is a 2-mana mana dork that, you know, dies to bolt with no protection, and you can kind of easily compare this card to Fnatic, which is 4 toughness, has Eternalize if it dies, taps for 4 mana if you meet its requirement, instead of 2 mana if you meet this card's requirement, although this card's requirement is easier to meet. So, I don't know. Fnatic is really good. That's all I'm trying to say. Modest, thank you for the raid. Hope that you're doing well today, my friend. Hope you had a good stream, all that. So I didn't find a land. I did find a ring. Is Dice Bolt still a meaningful identifier in Modern? Yeah, Bolt and Galvanic Discharge are 2 pretty popular cards still. Like, Just Guys plays, you know, a bunch of Galvanic Discharge. Boros, which is one of the most popular decks, plays 4 Lightning Bolts. Certainly still relevant. But less relevant than it used to be, of course. Alright, just like last game, Labyrinth is a great top deck. They are a fetch land away from Flage because of Surveil lands. What? I didn't find it. Ugh, I barely found a land. My take on a Johnny and Ocelot. Modern cars. Nope. No, don't put that one in there. Also, don't put... I don't know. So the thing is, it's just like... Yes, you do get to cats more. Although there's better cat lords than Regal Caracal, aren't there? There's like a 3-mana one that, like, at least you could hit off Amped Raptor on turn 2. Sacred Cat's... I love Sacred Cat, but... I think it ain't it, you know what I mean? Oh, they're not escaping Flage. Maybe they only have 2 Surveil lands? Yeah, it's just like... The cat, like, you have 4 Sacred Cats in your deck, right? Wait, what the hell? They solituded instead of escaping? I guess they just must not have another Surveil land. But it's like, you have 4 Johnnies. This is your own, like, and 1 Regal Caracal, I guess. And these are the only, like, cat payoffs you have in your deck. And a Johnny does not need Regal Caracal, or sorry, Sacred Cat or Caracal to be awesome already, right? Like, a Johnny is just kind of awesome because you have a lot of red permanents and because it's good by itself, almost. And so it's like you're playing so many. You have 4 Sacred Cats, which suck. These cards are so unplayable. And you have 4 of them, and you only have 5 cat payoffs. You know, it's just like you would have to have like a lot of really good cat payoffs, I think. That just are not here. They got 2 cards in their hand over there. I don't know if I did a good job articulating that. The Nightmares are cool. So like, one thing is, I do think Nightmare in the Boros deck is kind of interesting. I also think Birthing Ritual in the Boros Shell is kind of interesting. So I mean, I kind of want to look into that. But it's just kind of different, I guess. So they did have Pick Your Poison for me. I want to Winter Moon. Probably just too bad with them having Omnath, though. I'd also only get to untap. I think it's untap 1 less land. Sorry, also, I guess this needs to be Tormod's Crypt. This is kind of a relic of when we had a Black Splash. Just noticed it was like this. Winter Moon's insane here. I don't know. Winter Moon is fine here, right? It's just like it's a bit awkward with them having just like any fetch land is like +6 mana for them, and they also only have 1 card in their hand anyways. Yeah, we could get the Leveler off the lab. Tap the mana first. If you wanted to. I guess I could have also gone for like I could have just attacked with Breaker of Creation. Not sure. If I draw a land, I want to probably just go like Karn, Metamorph, copy Solitude, or copy Omnath. Okay, punished for playing Pioneer over Grazer. Okay, so I think those are my thoughts. Like, you just don't play Sacred Cat. Just you just have too many cats. Just, you know, you can play Mardu, you can play Boros with this kind of shell, and it'll be good, of course. Okay, so now Annihilator 2 is not very good against this Rin and 6, although I could kill the Rin and 6. I think I'm just gonna Karn, grab Phyrexian Metamorph, cast an Arboreal Grazer. No, sorry, again, the Nihil Spellbomb's a relic of when we had a Black Splash. I seem to have forgotten to update it to Tormod's Crypt. Oh, we do have Phyrexian Tower, but it should just be Crypt. I agree, Sacred Cat looks bad with Nightmare. It's insane just looping all the creatures. The thing is, Nightmare is just going to be already good looping all your creatures. Like Nightmare is already good with Onslaught Pride, Guide of Souls, Ajani, Amped Raptor, Flage. You don't need to play Sacred Cat. You could just play a good card that's also good with this. Go play Solitude in that spot. I guess a bit awkward with the Raptors, but just a Johnny flip off Legendary roll. Also Nightmare, removal spells on your own cat. Yeah, the cat's dying. Okay, this card is down. If I draw a Flare of Cultivation, that'd be so fun. If I copy Omnath. Okay, not quite that lucky. I think I'm gonna copy Omnath anyways. Could be Bowmaster. Yeah, it could be Bowmasters. It was also good with looping Nightmare, you know what I mean? A Bowmaster also, like, flips a Johnny, like, really well. It's just... I know, it's just, I definitely know what it's like, better than most people, what it's like to, like, just really want this, like, a card like Sacred Cat to be good enough for the deck, and I've definitely, like, you know, justified it to myself, these kind of cards, enough times to caution you to not. A lot of options here. Ask for 37 months. Hope you're doing well. Appreciate you. Yeah, I agree the colorless Eldrazi deck was pretty good. I think we should be playing Karn in the main, but not the Emrakul's. So I need to retool it. Yeah, I could have grabbed Sundering Titan. It's like a little awkward into the red and 6. And the thing is, like, I also just have 2 more 8-drops in my hand, so I don't think it actually makes sense to, like, grab an 8-drop here. Probably has another Solitude, right? Yeah. So I feel like I just wanted to, like, grab the next best thing, and I feel like the Reservoir is going to stabilize kind of pretty well and be a win condition later with these breakers, but might not have been that good. Certainly if we just draw land, I'm very happy, and I think I would lead on Breaker, although maybe Leveler on Omnath is a bit better. What's nice about Breaker is I can double Annihilator. Yeah, I guess let's go. Copy Leveler. Attack the Rin and 6, kill the Omnath. Thought they had another Solitude. If we thought there was another Solitude, consideration copying Solitude instead of copying Omnath. I mean, you could consider it. I think this line is better. I get a card. I still get 4 life. If they don't pitch cast, I would be okay with them pitch casting. Get 4 life off them solituding me. I'm gonna save the Grazer for now. But you totally could have. It wouldn't have been that bad a choice. Can maybe just go copy Breaker twice next turn, Annihilator 4. Don't have enough mana for that. I would need to draw a land. This isn't directly related to playability. I like in the new seasons of Basic Planes, like how they pull it off. I haven't seen them yet, but I do think they've been doing a great job with basic lands for a long time. Will the new auto take the place of Party Thrasher and Wizards to play Flare? Maybe. Yeah, maybe. I do think that card, like, lets Flare be very playable. Very excited for that card. All right, 2 cards in their hand. I guess I'm rooting for land. Spells are, fine. I just want an Annihilator 4. Nice. Just so hard for these kind of decks to beat this. Just Hexproof, Annihilator. Very good against them. Yeah, looks nice. Very pretty planes. Oh, okay. The last card's Consign. I guess this was fine. It's also 16 damage. Still Annihilator 1 them. Wait, there's a winter version of this card? That is cool. That's really cool. So they're going to try to surveil a Flage into the yard, I guess? That would be gross if they did. Halfling into the yard. So I don't want to, die to Solitude Beats, so we will cast a Breaker, gain a bunch of life. 1 mana short of Aetherflux Reservoiring first, I guess. Don't think I'm going to imprint anything here. Maybe hit him with the Annihilator 6 next turn. Do you have a viable rec build I could play for RQ season? Not at the moment. It is a deck I'm thinking about some though, so maybe give me a little bit of time. I might have something for you. I was brewing a really funny version because I was kind of interested in Wilderness Reclamation plus Kozilek's Command, and then I'm like, we can play Elder Deep Fiend and we can play Hope Ender Coatl as like more somewhat playable Eldrazi with Flash, and then you also have like Ugin's Lab to like power out your Wilderness Reclamations, which is pretty cool. And it didn't look very good, and it didn't look very good, but it was pretty sweet. Okay, close hand. If we had just like a forest, we could turn to. I guess not, actually. Come on. Going to 5, I guess. It's just so sad to have Flare, Green Creature, and Lab imprintable and just can't keep. Alright. Keep. Slow. Yeah, I agree that DRC is better overall, despite nobody playing it. Like Questing Druid and Ruby Storm, I kind of like it. I mean, I think playing Questing Druid could be really nice over like the glimpses in that spot, since it could be really nice because if you do that, you all of a sudden just have 4 Questing Druid, 4 DRC against the hate cards. I like Besage in the sideboard with 4 Stack Prison. Is better against Trinisphere. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how common Trinisphere is at the moment, but if you're scared of it, I agree Besage is the best answer. Someone earlier asked me about advice in this matchup, and my best advice is to not Multa 5 like I did, but also looping the rings is very good against Boros. So if you can get 6 plus ring loop, it's hard for them to beat. I think after we get 4 or 5 cards, we reach 3 that are viable rec cards. Oh, we got 4 or 5 that are viable rec cards. I think Rin is the most important rec card after I played Riveters Chambers build. Yeah, I agree. Card's super important. What do you think of new 7-card boosters, potentially no rare? I have not bought a booster pack in years. I have no intentions to buy booster packs in the future. I am not the right person to ask about booster packs. I don't buy them. I don't think about them. I encourage you to not buy them either. I encourage you to buy singles for decks that you want or boosters for limited. And that's just kind of my static opinion. My static opinion after we countered the static prison ETB, no energy for them. Graveyard's a Flage, pretty good. Puts this in the yard for Flage too. I think if Wizards gets rid of the ring, the speed of format would be too fast. Also, the ring is a gatekeeper, slows in a format, considering it's 3 format. I don't know, it's kind of a little abstract, but one thing about the ring right now is I think it is a big factor in containing the Boros deck. The Boros is like very scary, very powerful, and ring decks seem to be pretty good against Boros. There's at least been an experience of mine recently, so I would be a little concerned about playing against Boros, or the play patterns of Boros were the ring banned. Guess I'm gonna go Karn Nihil Spellbomb. How long till Boros starts playing the ring? Probably never. I don't think the ring is good. The ring is not good in Boros. They like never run out of gas, and they're an Amped Raptor deck, and they really want to be an Amped Raptor deck. Buying pack is dumb, but if nobody does it, you can't buy signals. That's true. I mean, obviously, people are going to buy packs, but I just am not the right person to talk about pack value. There are plenty of people that they'll do a TikTok video. Is buying value boosters for Bloomboro good for you? Watch this video, but make sure to like and subscribe. Seven cards, no rares. This is bad value. Like and subscribe. You know, there's plenty of people who will do this, and it's just not for me, you know. Those people are very important to the ecosystem. And I'm glad that and just like I don't have to buy packs, I don't have to make videos like this. So I guess we're going to go Ren plus Flare. Your turn. Please do that again. I have a very limited well of influencer voice I can do. So we're taking 6, and then ring down to 1, and then breaker gains me 8. They do a lot of stuff. Not Gigantha. Mine TikTok? I've made a couple TikTok accounts, or TikToks on my Inspiring Timmy account. Okay, well, there's not going to be anything better to do than cast Breaker. I'm not sure that it stabilizes me, though. I'm taking so much damage from the ring. To 11 life points, though. I wonder if I would want to have Cityscape Leveler in the yard to copy with Woodland. I think so. I might be able to get some cheeky lethal there next turn, assuming I am alive. Fortunately for me, math is for blockers, and I'm blocking. Okay, so if I block Guide of Souls, I'm taking 7, 8, and then dying. So I have to block Gigantha, and then I can only level for. I can only Woodland to hit them for 16 next turn, and they're at 18, and I'm dying to bolt. So no way for me to gain life at instant speed. Exact seized. Close one. How good was the Undying Birthing Ritual deck you played? We played a green-white Birthing Ritual deck yesterday. I don't think that's the one you're talking about. I've played a lot of Birthing Ritual decks, so I don't know which one you're talking about. Let me know. Jace the Mind Sculptor as a fox. Is this going to be standard legal? For a second, I thought it was standard. So one thing is, I don't know. I'm not so sure Jace would have been super duper good in recent standard. What's the 50 months? Thank you. Welcome back. I think Jace. I would kind of like to see Jason Pioneer. I don't know. I remember like people were really in denial for a long time that Jace was not the best Planeswalker anymore. I can't really mulligan turn 2/6. There was a lot of like pushback whenever I would tell people Jace is not the best planeswalker in Modern anymore because of the ring. I mean, Jace was already not the best planeswalker before the ring. It was like Teferi, Rin and 6 Grist, Karn, and like 2 others maybe. Narset. Jace not the best planeswalker. Yeah, Jace has not been the best planeswalker for a long time. Oko was, his ban was, legal and then banned. Yeah, I would say it's not top 5 if you count Ral, like new Ral, like all the flip walkers, it's not top 10. Amtrapty into Galvanic Discharge. Very good. Yeah, Minsk and Boo is better, but if we were just talking about Modern, don't have to mention it, but it is better. Has Jace ever been the best since it was unbanned? Yeah, I don't think it's ever been the best since it's unbanned. Maybe I don't know, maybe briefly. Maybe briefly, actually. Is Minsk and Boo the best planeswalker of all time? I would probably give it to Oko, but it's also like part of Oko being so good was like heavily impacting Modern, Standard, Pioneer. Was legal in all those formats at one point, not legal in any of them now. So it's just kind of hard to compare when Oko was a card that ravaged all of these formats and Minsk was just never legal in them. Cannot believe we drew the ring there. Maybe the ring is a good card. Maybe we should restrict it. Has anyone ever thought of that? Restricting the ring? Funky with the 30 months. Hope that you're doing well. I appreciate you. Speaking of Ral and Storm, I've been toying with Galvanic Relay, and I cannot deny it actually feels really good. I'm sure it's a very fun card. I don't think it's optimal, but obviously it's fine. Goodbye, Elvish Pioneer. You were a healing salve. How do you abuse Aetherflux Reservoir? Abuse is not necessarily the word I'd use, but it's kind of good against control, where sometimes you just get it and cast a lot of spells over the course of a game, stay above their life total, which is like a lot more relevant than it sounds. Okay, gain 2 live. So I can Rumble first if I Ugin's Lab this turn. I guess I want to do that. I could end up finding a better option. Yeah, I'll just take another breaker. Breaker's been such a wonderful surprise how good it is. Dots with the 9 months. If you're doing well, appreciate you. Do you think this Boris needs to actually be playing Boom Bust? Not at the moment. I do think that for a while they should have. Oh, dude, my opponent maybe thought that they could Static Prison the Breaker. Maybe it would be fine if they played it. This is how we had it the first draft. But I think the Boros decks are fast enough that they can just not play. Like if you just play if you play Static Prisons and Ranger Captain, like you have a good amount of interaction, and you're also just kind of fast enough. You don't need to worry too much about racing stuff in the first place. Okay, Annihilator 2. The range of keepable hands is increased dramatically and aids in consistency. I'm surprised that it increases dramatically, assuming you're just playing it over Glimpse. I feel like Glimpse just would make almost the same. Would do the same thing for range of keepable hands. So we have 4 plus 5, 9, 10. 1 mana short of double, or playing this too. I guess I could Phyrexian Tower. Probably should not. Alright, gain 9 life. I hope you are ready to sacrifice 4 permanents every turn, opponent. I'm also gonna get a breaker back next turn. I think they just wanted the energy. I think they just had Static Prison in their hand and cast it, and they should have still cast it on the ring. But the how quickly they cast it and then paused made it seem like they wanted to target the breaker. Breaker, in a weird way, reminds me of Thragtusk. Reminds me of Thragtusk. Just stabilizes super hard. But it's like Thragtusk with Hexproof and Annihilator and pitches to Labyrinth. What is the Boros versus Nadu matchup like? Nadu is very, very, very favored game one, and then I think it depends on how many Harsh Mentors. Like I have, Harsh Mentor plus other effective sideboard cards. Like I think if Boros has like 6 Harsh Mentor effects in the board, so like Flame Scroll Celebrants or Tunnelingus, it can be good for Boros overall. Oh, turn 2 Karn. Let's keep. Put onto the mold of 6. Play Thragtusk and Spike. Oh, I love Thragtusk so much. When Thragtusk and Restoration Angel rotated out of standard, I framed them and put them on my wall. Thought the same wild, so I just do it. Typically reaches deeper and affords cards next turn plus brick. Yeah, but you're more likely to brick because you're playing relay, right? So like you're just a turn slower a lot of the time. But then you like don't fizzle the following turn. But yeah, it's okay. We've had this glimpse Galvanic Discharge debate for a long time. I'm kind of over it. Oh, that card's not even very good against me. This is like one really nice thing about playing this deck is like Blood Moon and like Damping Sphere, just cards you don't care that much about. Now, I'm not playing a ring in my board because I just need to turn 2 ring as often as possible, so spots like this can be a little weird. I'm probably going to grab Ensnaring Bridge because it's just pretty dang good against them, and if they have a removal spell for Karn, that's okay. There's a good chance this just is going to hurt them more than it's going to hurt me. Okay, I do get a second thing from the Karn. Could get Haywire Mite. Could get a 2/2 Ballista. We're getting pretty flooded. If only I could copy Fable. Could have if I got coding first, I guess. Kuro with this 14 months, hope you're doing well. Winter Moon there with just Forest and Having Sphere. I don't know. I mean, they have Fable tokens. Doesn't feel like that would be particularly good, to be honest. I think I'm grabbing a Ballista. Killing their Shaman token seems pretty good, because they have this Damping Sphere, and they want to be able to double spell. Then obviously this is going to allow me to maybe keep my Karn around for another turn, which could be a big deal. And then if my Karn does die, my Ballista is in the yard. This is an artifact for Shifting Woodland, but I don't have anything good to copy with Woodland yet. Did I see the new breach that's black and a turn slower? It's not that creature, right? I'll take a look. Tell me the card. Tell me what is the card name? What is the text on the card? Any chatters ever, please. I didn't see it though. My opponent did not discard anything, which is kind of surprising given how slow their turn was here. Okay, goodbye, Karn. Oh, Sailmancer Adept. Yeah, I mean, I've not heard of that card. Sounds great. What is it? What is the actual text on it? I drew another forest, huh? So they can't copy a Johnny, at least. Yeah, this call this card Breach, but turn slower is very funny. It only casts creatures. Yeah, I mean, I don't think this card is very good. I do not. I do have a lot of forest in my deck, to be fair. Remember, Woodland copying Karn doesn't do anything. And neither does this Ensnaring Bridge. They're attacking with Reflection instead of copying something. Not even in Yogg with Cauldron? Yeah, not even in Yogg with Cauldron. There's like no chance this card is better than any other card of that deck. Cauldron already does this card's thing. Like if you have Cauldron, you just get all the activated abilities of the stuff in your graveyard. You don't need to cast this stuff. That's going to be hard to beat. If you copy Karn or copy Ballista, the Woodland immediately dies. We do have Cityscape Leveler mana. Could copy the bridge now. Okay, this was a big top deck. I should have played Labyrinth though. Maybe not. Doesn't matter. Okay, I'm gonna go after Johnny this turn. They're top decking. Salvation Swan is super sick. Okay, 4 mana, 3/3 flash flying. Whenever this or another bird enters, exile up to one target creature without flying, return it to the battlefield on the beginning of next end step. Would have loved if it returned immediately. It's very cool that it also triggers on birds. Wow, this is a great card for Nadu. It triggers Nadu. Nadu's also a bird. But it only flickers things without flying. Salvation Swan, such a clear Restoration Angel reference. I kind of love it. Wait, they drew another at Johnny? Okay, so I don't want to block. Take 8? And then I can copy Ensnaring Bridge, but I can't get... I guess I can draw... If I draw Grazer or Elvish Pioneer, copying Bridge saves me. So I guess that's, like, weirdly enough the best draw. Also would be dead to the Flage. Would I have Flage in your... I mean, I couldn't block there. It's not like I had a different line. I can kill Reflection and kill a Johnny. And then I can go like Karn for Mite, block, sack. Go to 1, then die to Flage. Can you Flute Flage? I could Flute Flage, but then I'm just died to their attacks. Yeah, no ring off the Karn. This does happen sometimes, right? Does not seem like anything does it. Jailer doesn't stop the Flage escape. You can Flute and Woodlands the bridge. Yeah, but I don't have I don't have enough mana to do that actually. I don't. But even if I did, I would still have 2 cards in my hand. Yeah, I guess I mean explosives also wouldn't do it. Yeah, just not really. Just a little too far behind. What about Mites? Then Woodland the Mite. I don't have enough mana to cast Karn, cast Mite, Woodland activate. Bauble draw, but there's nothing I could draw off the Bauble. Yeah, I'm dead. I'm gonna concede. Tough game, tough game. I am pretty hungry and did not sleep that well last night. So I'm actually gonna call the stream a little bit early here. Get some rest up. I guess I can maybe tease that I also kind of